Hello students, so let's begin with the numerical problems on this partnership. So here I have taken the first problem on this partnership. The problem is A, B and C are partners in a business with capitals of rupees 4,000, rupees 5,000 and rupees 6,000 respectively. Question is, show how a profit of rupees 4,500 be divided among them. What they have asked here? Show how a profit of rupees 4,500 be divided among them. How we will distribute this profit among how many? Three partners. So there are three partners, A, B and C, with capitals of rupees how much? 4,000, 5,000 and 6,000. A has invested 4,000, B has invested 5,000 and C is how much? 6,000. And by the end of the year, they have earned a profit of rupees how much? It is 4,500. So how we will distribute this profit among these three partners that they have asked? So, as I told, right, whatever profit will be given to you in the problem, so the given profit always we have to distribute in which ratio? In the capital ratio or in the given ratio. If ratio is not given in the problem, then we have to distribute the given profit always in the capital ratio only. We should not distribute in equal ratio as we do in accountancy, because in accountancy if ratio is not given, so we distribute the given profit equally among the partners, but here it is not like that. Until and unless they give the ratio, right, till then we have to distribute the given profit in which ratio? In capital ratio only. So if they give the ratio, in the given ratio we have to distribute, otherwise always we have to distribute in capital ratio. This point you have to remember. Now they have given the profit of 4,500, so this we have to distribute among these three partners. In which ratio we have to distribute? In the capital ratio, because ratio is not given in the problem. So we know the capitals, it is 4,000, 5,000 and 6,000. So as capitals are known, so we can easily find out the ratio. So first, by taking into consideration the capitals, you have to calculate the ratio, and whatever ratio comes, in that ratio you have to distribute the given profit. Yeah. So let's just distribute the given profit among A, B and C. So first you calculate the capital ratio. Capital ratio. So capital ratio is equal to A's capital is 4,000 is to B's capital is 5,000 and C's capital is how much? 6,000. And by finding the ratio, what we do, we cancel the common thing. So here common 3 zeros get cancelled. So cancel this common 3 zeros, and further if these numbers are divisible, we divide. But these numbers are not divisible, because 4 and 6 they are divisible by these 2. But 5 is not divisible by 2. 5 is divisible by 5. But 4 and 6 are not divisible by 5. So my ratio remains as what it is, 4 is to 5 is to what it is, 6. So what does it mean? A gets 4 times the profit, B gets 5 times the profit, and C gets 6 times the profit. So in this ratio, we have to distribute the given profit of 4,500 to A, B and C. Now show the distribution of 4,500 in the ratio of 4 is to 5 is to 6 to A, B and C. So let's distribute the given profit. So first you calculate A's share of profit. So A's share of profit equals to, take the profit, it is 4,500. This is multiplied by A's share. So what is A's share here? It is 4 divided by the total of these three terms. So 4 plus it is 5, 9 plus it is 6 is 15. Yeah, like that. So this 15 one side is 15, 3s are 45. Right? So 300 into 4, you will get 1,200. So out of a total profit of 4,500, A gets how much? It is 1,200. Like that you have to distribute to B and C. Now you distribute to B. B's share. So B's share of profit is equal to, take the profit 4,500. This is multiplied by B's share is how much? It is 5 divided by how much? It is 15. So again 15 one side is 15, 3s are 45, 300 into 5, we will get it is 1,500. And finally, you have to distribute to whom? To C. Now you calculate C's share. C's share of profit is equal to, it is 4,500 is multiplied by C's share is how much? 6 by it is 15, or 15 ones it is 15, 3s are 45, 300 into 6 you will get 1800. So this is how they share the profit. So A will share 1200, B will share 1500, and C will share how much is 1800. Okay. So very simple it is how to distribute the profits. You have to be perfect in the distribution of what it is profit, because in this problem they have given only profit. They are not given interest on capital, salary, nothing is given here, right? So like problem also you will get in the exam for how many marks? 2 marks. So I hope this distribution is clear to you all, or we'll continue the next problem on partnership. So here is the next problem on it is partnership. That is problem number 2. It is the problem is there are 3 partners A, B and C enter into partnership with capitals of rupees 7,500, rupees 6,000 and rupees 4,500 respectively. Then further what they have said, the partnership agreement provides for 5% interest on capital and annual salary of rupees 1,500 to whom? To it is A, and an expense allowance of rupees 300 to C. So all payable out of what? Profit. So all these things we have to pay off from the profits only. What? Interest on capital, then salary to A and expense allowance to C. Then further what they said, the find. Okay, the question is find the total sum received by each partner if the total profit amount to rupees how much? 6,000. So if they have earned a profit of rupees 6,000, so what is the total sum? What is the total amount, right? Out of total profit of 6,000, what is the total share received by A, B and C? That they have asked here, right? So again we have to distribute this given profit of rupees 6,000 among how many partners? Among 3 partners. So here there are 3 partners A, B and C. And how much capital they have invested, that also they have given in the problem. A has invested 7,500, B 6,000 and C 4,500. So by the end of the year they have earned a profit of rupees 6,000. Now this 6,000 rupees profit directly we cannot distribute among these 3 partners in the capital ratio, remember, because in here what they have said, as per their agreement, whatever agreement they have done. So as per their agreement, so here first you have to pay 5% interest to each partner. So when any partner invests the capital into the business, so he gets the interest on capital from the business. So that you have to pay first. So each partner get 5% interest on his capital. Then after paying interest on capital, then who get the salary? Annual salary of rupees 1,500 is paid to whom? To A. Then you have to pay salary to A. Then you have to pay expense allowance of rupees 300 to whom? To C. So from where to pay? From the profits only we have to pay all these things. So first you have to pay interest to each partner, then you have to pay salary to A 1,500 rupees. Annual ready-made is given here. Annual salary is given. Yearly salary is given. Sometimes in the problem they give the monthly salary. So if monthly salary is given, so that we have to convert it to yearly by multiplying by 12. But here there is no need to calculate because annual salary, ready-made salary is given here. Then we have to pay expense allowance of rupees 300 to C. So all these things we have to pay off from the profit. So after paying these 3 things from the profit, if there is any balance profit left with the company, the same profit will have to distribute among these 3 partners. In which ratio? In the capital ratio or in the given ratio. So in this problem they have not given any ratio, means we have to distribute in which ratio? Capital ratio. Yeah. So I think this problem also they have asked in the exam for how many marks? It is 5 marks, and which is quite easy it is, right? So let's distribute the given profit of 6,000 among these 3 partners. So first what you have to pay as per their agreement, first we have to pay interest to each partner, and the capitals are known, rate of interest is known, so we can easily find out the interest on their respective capital. So let's calculate one by one the interest on each partner's capital. So first you calculate interest on A's capital. interest on A's capital equals to how much you have to find? You have to find 5%. 5% on what? A's capital. What is A's capital? It is 7,500. So on 7,500 rupees you have to calculate 5%. So you get rupees how much? 375 rupees. Then what you have to find? Then you have to find interest on whose capital? B's capital. So interest on B's capital is equal to, you have to find 5%. 5% on B's capital. What is B's capital given in the problem? It is 6,000. So on 6,000 you have to calculate 5%. So 5% of 6,000 comes to rupees how much? 300. Yeah. Like that, you have to calculate interest. Interest on, it is C's capital. So interest on C's capital equals to, you have to find 5%. 5% on C's capital. So what is C's capital given in the problem? It is 4,500. So on 4,500 you remove how much it is? 5%. So if you calculate it, it is 225 rupees. Like this. First we have to calculate the interest on each partner's capital. So after calculating interest on each partner's capital, now you have to find out the total interest on capital. Total interest on capital. Because you must know how much interest we have to pay from the profit. What is the profit earned? It is 6,000 rupees profit is earned. So from this 6,000 rupees profit, totally how much interest we have to pay to the partners? That total interest we have to calculate. So always after finding the interest on each partner's capital, then you add the interest of each partner's capital, so you get the total interest. Means you will come to totally how much interest you have to pay from the profit. So let's add the interest on each partner's capital. It is 375, right? Plus it is 300 and plus it is 225 rupees. So it comes to 900 rupees. So totally how much interest we have to pay from the profit? 900 rupees we have to distribute as interest among the partners. So this 900 rupees we have to pay from where? From the profit only, right? Now after paying interest on capital, now you have to pay what? Now you have to pay the salary. Annual salary of rupees 1500 rupees. To whom we have to pay? To A. So here there is no need to calculate the salary because ready-made salary they have given, annual salary. If they would have given monthly salary, then we have done the calculation here, right? But here there is no need to do any calculation regarding the salary of this A, right? Directly we have to pay. Then we have to pay what? Expense allowance of rupees 300 to whom? To C. So this also they have given ready-made. C is getting expense allowance 300 rupees. So that is also paid off from the profit. So for this also we don't need any calculation here. Directly we have to pay. Means now what you have to find? Now we have to find out what is the remaining profit. What is the profit left with the company after paying interest on capital, then annual salary of rupees 1500 to A and expense allowance of rupees 300 to C. Yeah. So let's determine the balance profit. So balance profit is equal to, first take the total profit. What is my total profit here? 6,000 rupees. So from 6,000 rupees, right, minus into bracket you write. Into bracket first what you have to pay? 900 rupees salary, 900 rupees interest on capital you have to pay. After paying interest on capital 900, then you have to pay salary of rupees 1,500 to A. Means you have to minus 1,500 rupees salary. Then we have to minus what? 300 rupees expense allowance which is paid to C. So after paying these three things from the total profit, what balance will remain? That we have to distribute in the capital ratio. So it is 6,000 minus add these three, right? So 1,500 plus it is 900, means you get 2,700. Yeah. So totally 2,700 rupees profit we have paid in form of interest, salary and what? Expense allowance. So minus this from what? It is 6,000. So balance profit you will get it is 3,300. Means after paying these three things, still there is a profit of rupees 3,300 which is left with the company. So whatever profit is remaining 3300 rupees. Now this remaining profit we will have to distribute again among these three partners in which ratio? In the capital ratio. Now here they are not mentioned about the balance profit, right? What to do of the balance profit is not mentioned here. So though they are not mentioned, but we have to distribute, right? We have to distribute among the three partners, right? So let's distribute this balance profit among these three partners in which ratio? In the capital ratio. So first we calculate the capital ratio. So capital ratio is equal to, it is 7,500 is to, it is 6,000 is to 4,500, right? So here common 2 zeros gets cancelled, and further if these numbers are divisible you divide. So all these three numbers are divisible by what? It is 15. So divide by 15. So 15 5s is 75, 15 4s is 60, 15 3s 45. Further division is not possible here. So my ratio comes to this 5:4:3. So in this ratio we have to distribute this balance profit of rupees 3,300 to A, B and C. Now let's distribute. So first you distribute to A. So you calculate A's share. A's share in the balance profit. So A's share in the balance profit is equal to, take this balance profit of rupees 3,300 rupees. This is multiplied by A share. What is A share here? It is 5. 5 divided by the total of these 3, right? So it comes to how much? It is 12. So divide this. So 12 ones it is 12, 2s it is 20, 4 6 90, 7s it is 80, 4 it is 5s are 60. So 275 into 5, 5 5s are 25, 5 7s are 35, 37, 5 2s are, it is 10, 13, 1,375 rupees. So A's share out of this balance profit comes to rupees, how much it is? 1,375 rupees. Like that you distribute to whom? To B and C now. So now you calculate B's share. B's share of profit is equal to, take the profit 3,300 is multiplied by B's share is how much? It is 4 divided by, it is what? 12. So again divide this, 12 ones this comes to, it is 275. 275 you multiply by what? It is 4. It comes to 1,100. Yeah. And like that you have to distribute to C now. C's share. So C's share of profit is equal to, this 3,300. This is multiplied by C's share is how much? It is 3 by, it is 12. So divide this. This comes to, this 275. 275 into it is 3. It comes to 825. Yeah. So whatever profit was there, remaining profit, this profit also we have distributed to A, B and C. In which ratio? In capital ratio. That is the ratio of 5:4:3 to A, B and C. Like this, entire profit of rupees 6,000 we have distributed to whom? To, it is A, B and C. So after distributing this entire profit, right, what they have asked? They have asked you to calculate the total sum. What is the total sum received by each partner? Total sum in the sense, whatever they are getting from the profits. So we have to make the total of all these things. That is what is the total sum received by each partner. Now so far as A is concerned here, so what A is getting from the profit? He is getting interest on his capital. A is getting interest on his capital 375. Again, what else he is getting? He is getting salary of rupees 1,500. He is not getting any expense allowance, but he is getting again what? He is getting share in the balance profit. Out of this balance profit, again he is getting how much? 1,375 as a share, right? So the total of these three is what is his total sum received by A. Like that you have to find out about it is B. So what B is getting? B is getting interest on his capital. he is not getting any salary, neither salary nor expense allowance, but he is getting share out of that balance profit, right? How much? 1100. The total of these two things is called as the total share received by whom it is P. And same in case of this C. What C is getting? He is getting 225 rupees interest on his capital. He is not getting any salary, but he is getting what? Expense allowance of rupees 300. So you have to add in his share. Plus what he is getting? He is getting share out of balance profit. How much? 825. So like this, you have to, whatever they are getting from the profit, the same we have to add. That is called as the total share or total sum received by A, B and C. So let's calculate the total share of all these three partners. So first you calculate what? It is A's share, right? So A's total share. So the calculation will do over here 375. Okay. So here he is getting 375, then he is getting 300 and he is getting 225 rupees. Now let's calculate the total share received by A, B and C. First we calculate A's total share. So A's total share is equal to, so what A is getting, as I said, is getting interest on his capital. How much interest is getting? 375 rupees interest is getting, plus what is getting? He is getting salary of rupees 1500, so 1500, plus he is getting what? Share out of balance profit. How much it is? 1375. 1375 rupees. Yeah. So make the total of these three. So it is 10, 1, it is 8, 15, it is 1, it is 4, 9, 9, it is 12, 1, it is 3. 3,250 rupees he is getting as his total share out of this total profit of rupees 6,000. Like that, you have to find out B's total share, right? So find B's total share. So what B is getting? He is getting interest on capital. How much? 300. Plus what he is getting? He is not getting his salary, neither salary nor expense allowance, but he is getting share out of balance profit. How much? 1100. So add that 1100. So if you make the total, you will get 1400. So this is B's total share. Like that, you have to find now C's total share. C's total share will be, C is getting what? 225 rupees interest on his capital, plus he is getting what? He is not getting any salary, but he is getting what? Expense allowance of 300. So that you have to add in C share. Plus he is getting share out of balance profit. How much it is? 825 rupees. So make the total of this. So you get 1,350 rupees. Yeah. So this is called as what it is? C's total share. So these are the total sum received by whom? By A, B and C. This they have asked in the problem. Yeah. So this is how we have to distribute the given profit, right, among the given partners, right. So you have to be perfect in the distribution of what it is profit. So I hope this sum is clear to you all, right. So in the next class or in the next video, so we'll continue with the problems on it is partnership. Thank you.